Ever notice how ads always pop up at the worst moments? When the killer's identity is about to be revealed. During that perfect meditation flow. On Amazon Music, we believe in keeping you in the moment. That's why we've got millions of ad-free podcast episodes, so you can stay completely immersed in every story, every reveal, every breath. Download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
I'm no designer, but I know my brand inside and out, and I know a generic-looking website when I see one. Wix Harmony has blown me away. It's a website builder that lets me switch back and forth between using AI and hands-on editing tools, so I can create a website exactly the way I pictured it. I even get a personal AI agent that's an expert in web design and helps me out. Try it out for free at wix.com/harmony. That's wix.com/harmony.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. How to deal with toxic family members without losing your mind. Part 1. By Sabrina of thebuddingoptimist.com. Family always comes first, my mom used to tell me when I was little. And for years, she did everything she could to be the living embodiment of those words. She would slave for hours in front of the stove to cook for the entire extended family every holiday. She would take care of my cousins as if they were her own children. And she would try to help out everyone in the family, even though as a single mother, she was the one who needed help the most. So, when her relationship with one of her sisters became more and more frayed over the years, it crushed her, and I felt her pain. There were days when we cried together, mourning the loss of family love and connection. After my parents separated, my aunt and her family were the only relatives we had left in this country, and now that she and my mother were falling out, we were truly alone. What helped both of us heal from the pain was the acceptance that not all family is worth putting first. When a family member is, as much as it hurts to admit it, toxic, there's nothing wrong with shielding ourselves from the poison. And in this post, I'm going to share a few tips on how we can guard our emotional health and happiness from the effects of toxic family. But to protect ourselves from toxic family members, we first have to understand what they look like. Signs of a toxic family member. How can you tell if you have toxic family members in your life? Besides being hard to be around, here are some of the most common signs of a toxic family member. Number 1, they're controlling. They have to have a say in everything in your life, from how you spend your money to who you date. They often use, "I'm just looking out for you" as an excuse to inject themselves in decisions that should maybe be made by you alone. Number 2, they are overly competitive. They're determined to outshine you in every way possible. They're jealous when you succeed, and they're always quick to rub your mistakes in your face. Number 3, they use threats. It's their way or the highway. If you don't obey, they will make life miserable for you. Number 4, they are critical and dismissive. From the way you look to the way you cook, they've got something nasty to say about it, and they don't have any qualms about hurting your feelings either. Number 5, they'll say one thing to your face and another behind your back. You never know if they'll twist your words to someone else or stir up unnecessary conflict while you're not looking. Number 6, they blow things out of proportion. You're constantly in their bad books for little things that shouldn't matter. They make you feel bad, and you end up apologizing for things you don't feel sorry for. Number 7, they stop you from being yourself. Rather than cherishing you as a person and accepting every part of you, they make you feel like you have to hide who you really are. Number 8, they take a mile when you give an inch. They exude greed and have no shame in taking advantage of others in the family. They expect a lot and don't appreciate much. But if you need help, they're nowhere to be found. Number 9, they love to complain. There's always something wrong with the weather, the food, their job, or their health. Every time you see them, it's a non-stop whining session that leaves you feeling down and hollow. And number 10, they instigate drama. There is never a peaceful moment when they're around. Tension, frustration, and resentment follow them wherever they go, and you're either caught in the eye of the storm or part of the collateral damage. If anyone in your family has one or more of these traits, you are likely dealing with a toxic family member. And over time, it can have a detrimental effect on you. More on this coming up, though. How toxic family dynamics impact you. We all have the occasional quarrels with our families. That's life. But if you're constantly embroiled in arguments with a family member, or most of your interactions are negative, it's time to do something about it. If you don't, it could have a lasting impact on you. Dysfunctional family dynamics can lead to problems later in life, such as increased aggression and trouble with anger management. Other issues include anxiety and difficulty forming and maintaining relationships with others. But you don't have to be a victim of toxic family drama. You can take control of the situation and stop toxic family members from draining your energy and damaging your mental health. How? Escaping from a toxic family. 5 tips to help you reclaim your inner peace. Hear those on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, How to Deal with Toxic Family Members Without Losing Your Mind by Sabrina of thebuddingoptimist.com. Okay, and there we have it. Part 1 from Sabrina, and surely an appetizing cliffhanger to be left on as we prepare to share part 2 tomorrow. There's a lot to think about so far. Already 10 bullet points on how to identify a toxic family member. And before we finish the rest in our next episode, I encourage you to maintain a sense of balance and accountability in your thinking. Yes, these are 10 good ideas to start with, but before picking up too much speed and being quick to vilify such family members, instead ask yourself, how can I maintain enough distance that my boundaries are respected, yet also give these people support and understanding, the very responses they may need to start treating people better, not to mention the very approach I may need to become more open-minded and sympathetic towards others. It's a really tough line, but it's a highly important one too. So, like I said, think hard about that. I'll leave you to it as we prepare to wrap things up today. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and of course, be sure to come on back tomorrow for the rest from Sabrina. That's where your optimal life awaits.